Cowboys Nation, brace yourselves. We've got earth-shattering news that could change the face of America's team forever. Demarcus Lawrence on the trading block? Jerry Jones selling the franchise? It sounds impossible, but our sources say it's all on the table. Stick around as we dive deep into the rumors that are sending shockwaves through the NFL. The Dallas Cowboys, as we know them, might never be the same, and you won't believe what could happen next. This is the biggest Cowboy story of the decade, and you're hearing it here first. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. First up, we've got a bombshell that's sending shockwaves through the Star in Frisco. Multiple sources are reporting that our very own Demarcus Lawrence, the heart and soul of our defense, might be on his way out of Dallas. That's right, folks. Tank Lawrence, the man who's been terrorizing quarterbacks in silver and blue since 2014, could be suiting up for another team next season. But before we dive into the details, let's take a moment to appreciate what D-Law has meant to this franchise. Show highlights of Lawrence's best plays from his breakout 2017 season with 14.5 sacks to his leadership during our recent playoff runs. Lawrence has been the cornerstone of our defense for nearly a decade. Now I know what you're thinking, this can't be true. Jerry would never let Tank walk. Well, Cowboys Nation, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but where there's smoke, there's usually fire. Let's break down the situation. Cap space crunch. The Cowboys are tight against the salary cap, and Lawrence's current contract is eating up a significant chunk of change. With rising stars like Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs due for big payday soon, something's gotta give. Age and injuries. Look, we all love Tank, but the man's been battling injuries for the past few seasons. At 31 years old, there are questions about how much gas he's got left in the tank, pun intended. Scheme fit. With Dan Quinn potentially on his way out for a head coaching gig, there's uncertainty about how Lawrence would fit into a new defensive system. Trade interest. Word on the street is that multiple teams are blowing up the Cowboys' phone lines, inquiring about Lawrence's availability. And let me tell you, some of these offers are reportedly juicy. Now, before we all start panicking, let's remember that this is still just a rumor. But it's a rumor with some serious legs. I've reached out to my sources within the organization, and while they're tight-lipped, the silence speaks volumes. But hold on to your hats, Cowboys faithful, because that's not even the biggest news of the day. Are you sitting down? Good, because you're gonna need to be for this next bombshell. I know. It sounds impossible. Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys are synonymous. He's owned the team since 1989, brought us 3 Super Bowls in the 90s, and has been the face of the franchise for over 3 decades. But multiple sources, including some heavy hitters in the sports business world, are reporting that Jerry is quietly exploring options to sell the team. Now, before we go any further, let's be clear, this is not a done deal. It's not even close to a done deal. But the mere fact that Jerry is even considering it is earth-shattering news. So why would Jerry even think about selling his beloved Cowboys? Let's break it down. Value at an all-time high. The Dallas Cowboys are currently valued at a staggering $8 billion, making them the most valuable sports franchise in the world. If there was ever a time to sell high, it's now. Family dynamics. There have been whispers for years about tension within the Jones family regarding the future of the team. A sale could potentially resolve any inheritance issues. Health concerns. Jerry's not getting any younger, and while he's still sharp as a tack, he may be thinking about his legacy and the future of the franchise. NFL pressure. The league has been pushing for more diverse ownership, and a sale of the Cowboys could open the door for a groundbreaking new owner. New challenges. Let's face it, Jerry's conquered just about everything there is to conquer in the NFL. Maybe he's looking for a new mountain to climb. Now, I can already hear you yelling at your screens. Jerry would never sell. He loves the Cowboys more than anything. And you're right, he does. But let's not forget, this is a business, and Jerry Jones is a businessman first and foremost. All right, Cowboys Nation, let's take a breath and step back for a moment. We've just dropped two massive bombshells on you, and I know your heads are probably spinning. So let's talk about what all this could mean for the future of our beloved franchise. First, let's consider the potential impact of losing Demarcus Lawrence. On the field, it would leave a massive hole in our defense. Tank's not just a pass rusher, he's an elite run defender and a vocal leader in the locker room. Losing him would put even more pressure on young stars like Micah Parsons to step up. But there could be a silver lining. If we do trade Lawrence, the return could be substantial. We're talking high draft picks, young talent, or maybe even a star player at a position of need. Plus, the cap savings could allow us to re-sign some key free agents or make a splash in free agency. Now, onto the even bigger elephant in the room, the potential sale of the team. If, and this is a big if, Jerry does decide to sell, it would mark the end of an era in Dallas. Love him or hate him, Jerry Jones has been the face of this franchise for generations of fans. His departure would be nothing short of seismic. But again, there could be positives. A new owner could bring fresh ideas, a new approach to team building, and potentially end the debate about Jerry's role as both owner and GM. It could usher in a new era of Cowboys football, for better or worse. All right, Cowboys Nation, I know we've thrown a lot at you today. Your head is probably spinning faster than CeeDee Lamb on a crossing route. So let's recap the big points. Demarcus Lawrence might be on his way out of Dallas, with multiple teams showing interest in a trade. Jerry Jones is reportedly exploring options to sell the Dallas Cowboys, though nothing is imminent. Both of these moves, if they happen, would fundamentally reshape the future of the franchise. Now, before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. What do you think about all this news? Should we trade Tank Lawrence? Is it time for Jerry to sell the team? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for all the latest Cowboys news.